For me, it started about 7 years ago when a handful of us left the country to find mission projects in Honduras and Ecuador. People sometimes say to me, you know, we spend a lot of money on these foreign mission trips, and why are we doing this? We've got so many problems right here in River City. You know, there's so many problems just here in Forsyth County. You know, I think the answer to that we can find in Acts chapter 1, verse 8b, and Jesus commissioned to his disciples right before his ascension. He said to them, be witnesses unto me in Jerusalem, Judea, and Samaria, and to all ends of the earth. And I think what Jesus is talking about is this ripple effect, how mission work starts in the center, which is here, and it ripples outwards. And so it's really not a matter of what's more important. It's a matter that it's all important. We need as a church to be doing all facets of ministry work.
I have really enjoyed watching a little girl named Jadida grow up. I met her 4 years ago on my first trip, and she had only been with the couple down in the jungle for a year. And we got to accompany her back to her hometown, and she was really distant. She didn't smile very often, which is very common in the town of Pasuno. And but as I've watched her grow, and I've been at her birthday parties all 3 years, her birthday happens to be when we're in the jungle, she is just the most loving person I've ever met. She smiles all the time, she's happy. There's no doubt in my mind that God has his hand in this ministry.
When we're down there, we like to think of our relationship as in 3 chords, and we've got ourselves as the team members, the missionaries and the kids that are already down there that we work with, and then Jesus Christ himself. Such power in relationships, and a group of 3 such as that. And I also have this bracelet that was given to me by one of the little girls down there. Well, she's not a little girl, she's actually a young woman now. Her name is Marisol, and she gave it to me on my trip 2 years ago. And it's one of those things where I still wear it, and I still remember being down there with them and in that whole situation. And every time I bring it back on my wrist, she's just so amazed that I still have it on. Each time we go down there, I show her the bracelet and her face lights up. VBS is Vacation Bible School. Some of you may know it. A lot of churches around the area do it within our communities here in the States. But what we do is we bring that concept down to the jungle. Since we have been last year, the school has since been accredited and has actually gone from 10 students to 52 students, which is an incredible growth, especially considering the circumstances down there. And even as we left last year, Gary Gottfredson stayed for a couple of days to plan an expansion. Recently, they raised enough funding to purchase a van so that they can get kids from surrounding communities so they can go to the school. They had been using Roberto's personal vehicle, which obviously takes a toll down there, and it doesn't have as many students, but with different fundraising efforts and such, they have provided a way to get a van for themselves.
Roberto and Charme Davalos are the missionary couple that originated the ministry in the jungle. Wonderful, God-given talents for this ministry. They have transformed the lives of so many children already, and this is going to be a lifetime commission for them. So the ongoing growth and transition for so many children is amazing. This year we're going about a month later. We're going to go from July 10th to the 20th. Going to give us a little more time with the children. They'll be out of school. When we go in June, they're still in school. We still have openings on the team. We have about 14 or 15 on the team now, so that still leaves 5 more openings. So anybody interested, we'd love to have you join the team. The mission auction is going to be March 2nd, spaghetti dinner, and then the auction both live and silent, depending on the item. And that's huge for our team. That's where the project funding comes from. The individual missioners provide their own funding for the trip, and they do raise funds individually, but the project funding comes through the mission auction. And so we invite the church community to come out and support that. And again, one of the big features this year is the hike with Reverend John. And that'd be a neat opportunity to try something different, or if you're an avid hiker, obviously you may already be prepared to join in that.
I know one of my friends who went to Ecuador got to go on the very first trip, and she's seen it grow. The school in Ecuador, she has seen it grow from cinder blocks all the way to a school and a home and cabins, and it's a joy every single time I get one of those emails from Roberto telling us how much God has changed their lives, and it just, yeah, he's definitely there in abundance.